I'm with Ouri Sivan from the Bible Travel app. Now, Ouri, what is the Bible Travel app?
Okay, the Bible Travel app is a virtual tour to Jerusalem. It has animated photo galleries of all Christian holy sites in Jerusalem and around Jerusalem. And it also has it has Bible teaching pages that shows you where every site appear in the Bible, and it also has more historical information and general information about most sites in Jerusalem.
And what was the idea behind this app?
Well, the idea was to bring Jerusalem to people who cannot come here, to use very advanced technology to bring Jerusalem to everyone everywhere. So you can actually sit in China or in Canada or in Birmingham and just take your iPhone from your pocket and just go to Jerusalem, go to the holy sites, see the Olive Mountains and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and or just visit, make the tour like as if you were in Jerusalem. And that's how it was made, actually.
Was it easy creating an app like this?
It was easy to, I thought it would be easy, but it wasn't. Physically, it was very demanding. There's many days of shoots, and it was there was a lot of research involved, and I had to make sure everything, it has to be perfect, so people could actually sit and learn and make sure that to the last letter everything they read would be correct and.
So did you actually have to go around Jerusalem, take photographs of every single place that you've got for your app?
Yes. Not only that, I had to go to, on every site that we visited, that we photographed, we had to go in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening to see which was the best light to shoot this location, and to plan the shoot, because the photographs in the application are taken from a traveler point of view. So if you go to a church, you have a shot of the entrance, and then you go in and you see a wide look, and then you go and you see the close-ups on the statues, and then you see the ceilings and you see the floor, and then the next picture would be out and go to the gate of the next church, etc., etc. So we had to plan the lane of the shoot. So when you flip to the photograph, you feel like, it would be as if you were visiting there. That was the intention of the app.
And what can people see as they go through the app?
Okay, you have on the menu page, you have all the lanes that you would, if you were a tourist, that's where you go. That were the lanes that you would go, the classic lanes. And it takes you by order. Let's say if you want to visit, you want to enter the gallery of the Olive Mountains, so you have all the churches of Olive Mountains inside and out. If you want to live in the middle of a lane, you can go switch a lane and go to the Via Dolorosa, you can go to Ein Kerem, you can go to the city gates, etc., etc., etc. And then on each site that you visit, on every few photographs, you have Bible pages that shows you all the places that it appears. Most places, like the Olive Mountains, appears in many different places in the Bible, and it kind of makes you understand. For instance, at the place in the Olive Mountain where Jesus stood and wept, and when you stand there and you see the photograph, it's much more realistic. It helps you understand what you read in the Bible. That was we put a lot of effort in making it in a way that it will make you understand, what you see and what you read in the Bible.
Wow, so people can actually be reading the Bible and find out this is exactly where I'm reading now today, and see and imagine Jesus standing there in the area where you're photographing.
Yeah, there's a when you see the panoramic view of Jerusalem from Olive Mountain, you understand, like it says where he stood and wept over the destruction of Jerusalem. When you see it physically, and you see another close-up, and you see another close-up of, the wall, and then you see another wide of the city, it helps you, it makes it more realistic, and I think that's one of the fascinating things about the Bible Travels, that it kind of makes you, it gives you the old city of Jerusalem and makes it real. You know, you have it in your pocket and you can actually go into the Bible. You know, you go back in time to the Bible and you see this is where, you know, Jesus was arrested, and this is the place where he was carried away with the cross, and this is where he fell with the cross, and this is, you know, the burial place, and this is where he was tried, and these places are actually there. I mean, you see this, it's real pictures, it's not drawings, you know.
Yeah. Now you do a little bit of tour guiding yourself. Is this what inspired you to do the app?
Yeah, well, it made me do it. I have many friends living outside of Israel, and they all come to visit Jerusalem, and obviously I would be the go-to guy, and I've done so many travels to Jerusalem, so many trips, and I took too many friends, so many friends as a tour guide, and the thing is that they're so excited. I mean, most of my friends are traveling a lot, and they've seen many things in the world, but there's something about Jerusalem, and I see them at the end of the day, and they, you know, so thrilled. And I thought it would be a great idea to make it possible, make it accessible to everyone. So that's where I thought that it would be a great idea, since we have the technology now that makes it possible. It would be a great idea to actually bring this thrill to so many people that live so far away from here. And maybe one day they will come and visit, but I think for now it would be a great thing to have.
Now, is Jerusalem a special city for you?
Very, very special. Both sides. I mean, especially the old city, all the biblical places, and the new city. Every time I come to Jerusalem, I get very, very excited. For me, it's amazing to actually go back into the Bible days, you know, and to know when you touch the walls of in the stones of the walls, and you walk on the Roman pavements, and you know these places have been there forever, and the fact that the whole city was preserved, and such an important city, you know, everything started here, and to see this whole place still intact and alive, this is like one of the most amazing places to see. And I've seen many places in the world, but there's nothing more for me, you know. This is like one of the most exciting places in the world to see.
So when people get your app on their phone, is this a good thing to have in churches and Sunday schools to be able to teach your children and the people coming to church from the app?
Yeah, I think it will, especially for young people, it makes it much easier. They can visualize, you know, they read in the Bible, they learn the Bible, but it makes it so much more easy and interesting when you actually flip through the pages and you see the places that you read about, you know, things that stories, or you know, you read things from like 3,000 years ago, and you can visualize them because they do exist today, you know, and you see them in details, and you see, you know, like the olive trees outside the Gethsemane, and you see like many things that have been there for 3,000 years or 2,000 years, or you know, it's amazing. I think it makes it really, it makes the experience of Bible teaching much more vivid.
Now, do you plan to do some more apps for this?
Yes. Well, the Bible Travels project was made to be a complete set with 5 chapters. That Jerusalem, obviously, is only the first now, but we plan to do Bethlehem and Sea of Galilee, and you know, a total of 5 chapters of from the Holy Land.
And what was it like for you doing this project?
Very interesting. Well, I'm a little obsessed with this project, so but it's really interesting because it combines all my hobbies and professions. You know, Jerusalem and traveling and photography. I just love it, you know, and the gadgets. I'm a gadget freak, so you know, it's very nice to play with, you know, like the most advanced gadgets with the most ancient, you know.
And how can people find this travel app?
Very simple. You go to the App Store on your iPhone and you just search Bible Travels. It's the only one by this name. It's the first one that comes up.
And what's your prayer for this app?
I just hope that people would, people will enjoy it, will have the ability to actually, they might not come to Jerusalem in their lifetime, but they will have something, they could visit Jerusalem whenever they feel like. And I think, if when I see the expressions of my friends that come here and I take them to Jerusalem, if I get to do the same thing with other people, it would be nice. And people, there's already downloads from 24 countries.
Wow.
And I love to see like the far ones, the Australia and China and Chile and Mexico. And it's a nice thing to see that, this thing is is spreading to very, very far places.
Okay, Ouri, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.